on the Aggie Sports Network. From Learfield, Aggie basketball has been brought to you by Sports Academy and Racket Club. Your club, your results, your life. Zions Bank. For 150 years of helping you succeed, Zions Bank is for you. Ford. Build Ford proud. Also by Stokes. Stokes Trucking. Doing the right thing since 1979. Welcome to Aggie Postgame. From the All-in-One Flooring America radio booth, here's Scott Gerard.
Well, hey, there's no such thing as style points when it comes to wins in the Mountain West Conference on the road. Aggies win by 8, 84-76. Trailed by as many as 10 in the first half. Trailed by 4 at the break. Led by as many as 10 at the second half. Wyoming got it down to about 6, was about as close as they could, but Utah State made their free throws. They didn't turn it over, and they get out of Wyoming with a win. Again, the final 84-76. It's your post-game show brought to you by Farm Bureau agent Brandon Jensen. Make sure to contact him at 435-752-4800. It's your future. Let's protect it. Well, the Aggies protect this season, these are games you have to win. And again, we know that Wyoming's a much better team, but sadly your computer rankings don't know that. And so if you lose resume, at the end of the day, you get the win and you set up a huge showdown coming up against Colorado State coming up on Saturday. And we talked about this at halftime. This is what good teams do. You win games that maybe you're not necessarily playing your best basketball. And I think when we talk to Danny Sprinkle, he will fully admit that the Aggies did not play their best basketball tonight. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. When you walk out of here with a win, that's what counts. 84-76, you get the W. Your post-game show tonight brought to you by Farm Bureau agent Brandon Jensen. Make sure to contact him at 435-752-4800. It's your future. Let's protect it, as we mentioned. All right, we'll take a break, come back. We'll continue on with your post-game show. You'll hear from Danny Sprinkle. You'll also hear from Josh Uduje. Get his thoughts on this one as Utah State gets their 21st win of the season. Man, who would have thought? 21 wins, and we still have 6 games yet to be played. Valley Office Systems, a proud partner of Utah State Athletics for 10 years. See valleyofficesystems.com for all your copy, print, scan, and furniture needs on the Aggie Sports Network.
Do you have a fireplace or stove that isn't working right? Don't wait until winter to get it fixed. Get ahead of the game and get your fireplace or stove serviced now by the best of Northern Utah winter, Advanced Fireplace and Stove. They service everything from Quadra-Fire pellet stoves to heat and glow fireplaces. Get a 20% discount on your next service and labor when you mention this ad. Call 752-7272 or go to advancedfireplaceandstove.com. Advanced Fireplace and Stove, where comfort is their business.
Winter is the perfect time to let the Allergy Clinic help with venom testing for next spring and summer. Test now and begin treatments to help with life-threatening stings from honeybees, yellow jackets, white-faced hornets, yellow hornets, and wasps. The Allergy Clinic has helped thousands of people enjoy the outdoors worry-free. The Allergy Clinic in 2 locations, North Logan and Providence, accepts most insurance, including SelectMed. Call the Allergy Clinic at 753-7880. That's 753-7880.
Spice up the winter blues with a delicious outing to Logan's first family-friendly brew pub, Prodigy Brewing. Excited to announce their success at the 2023 Tasting Alliance World Beer Competition. Prodigy Brewing won 3 of the highest medals. Prodigy invites you to try their juicy burgers, sizzling wood-fired pizzas, tasty salads, bar bites, and kids menu. Prodigy Brewing is in downtown Logan, proud to be one of Logan's vibrant downtown food and beverage destinations. Prodigy Brewing, extraordinary service and family-friendly.
No matter how cold it is outside, you can count on a quality-built, super-efficient York furnace to keep you warm inside. York furnaces provide consistent comfort throughout your home. York furnaces are protected by the strongest warranties available. Call Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning, your local York dealer, at 752-7272 to schedule a free evaluation of your system. Advanced Heating will help you save up to 50% in energy costs this season. Online at advancedheating-ac.com.
Aggie sports coverage is sponsored in part by Jarek's Fine Jewelry. Make it special. Make it Jarek's on News Talk KVNU, where our true colors have always been Aggie blue and white.
To 76. By the way, as we mentioned, Utah State trailed by as many as 10, came back, led by as many as 10, get out of here with the 8-point victory. It's your Aggie scoring summary brought to you by your Utah pork producers. All right, so as Utah State gets their 21st win of the season, let's go through some individual performances in this one as the Aggies led in scoring by Darius Brown, who ended up with 24 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. Just a remarkable line for him, including 0 turnovers. Now, the Aggies turned it over 10 times in this game tonight and held Wyoming to 36% from 3. You heard, I thought it was really well put by Danny Sprinkle in the pregame show where he said, look, we cannot turn it over 11 times, and we cannot allow Wyoming to shoot 38%. We do that, and we're going to lose this game. Well, the Aggies were right there on the edge, and certainly that was close to happening. But at the end of the day, when Utah State needed to buckle in and get that and hold on for the victory, they were able to do it, and that ended up being one of the biggest moments of this game. Utah State held Wyoming to 5 of 14 from 3 in the second half. That's still good for 35%, but overall, Wyoming 36% for the game from beyond the three-point line, 9 of 25. Utah State was 9 of 21 from the three-point line, 42%, and 4 of 9 in the second half. Go ahead and throw that headset on, Coach, as Utah State gets the W and, again, improves to 21-4 on the season as the Aggies able to get the W tonight. But, Coach, crazy game tonight, and when you don't play your best basketball and you still find ways to win, you got to take that for sure.
Yeah, you do. I mean, I see you're getting bougie here. You got.
I'm trying.
Video
you know
now.
what? I'm doing all this
suit
stuff.
last game, and now you got this.
Because you get 21 wins. Everyone wants a piece of you now.
Exactly. Yeah, it was really ugly in the first half. Their pace, we couldn't keep up with their pace. Our bigs weren't doing a very good job, and they got better. And I thought in the second half we played harder, and we exerted a little more effort. But credit to them, but that's what they do. They're really hard to guard with their style, and when they're making shots, and it was hard. But a lot of that, our effort wasn't there in that first half. But proud of our guys, the way they rebounded, and there's going to be ugly games. There's going to be ugly halves, but I thought that first 4 minutes was critical, and we talked about that at halftime. We had to set the rules, and I thought Isaac he had a 3, got a put back, and I think we outscored him by 7 in that first 4-minute media.
I really thought Isaac, when there weren't a lot of great hustle plays, I thought from a hustle standpoint he brought it tonight.
He did in the second half.
In the second half, yeah.
Nobody brought it in the first half other than Darius.
Yeah.
But I thought Josh was huge too, man. And Josh, bless his heart, man. He has some serious stuff going on in his life, and really proud of the effort he gave our guys.
The 3 by Martinez on the baseline 3, to go up from 7 to go up by 10, and to make those plays down the stretch shows your team's ability to handle adversity. And I thought so many guys make great plays, because I'm not going to lie, when you're up 10 with 58 seconds left, I'm having flashbacks of Colorado State in this game.
I was too.
And you guys didn't turn it over, and you made your free throws, and that's the difference in a game like that.
It was huge. We gave up 2 threes down there, but we didn't want to foul. And like you said, guys made huge plays, and it was good because they did a great job packing the paint. They made it really hard on our drives and even post feeds. I thought their post guys did a great job. In fact, they kicked our post guys' butts. Let's just be honest. They outworked our post guys, and it was really hard for us to get anything on the block, even post feeds. And we got to be better next game. I know that. Was it energy? Was it effort? What do you attribute it to? Both. Yeah. I mean, and the altitude, that's not an excuse. Our guys, they looked tired in the first half, but we gave them Sunday off. When you're playing for a championship, you can't get tired. And credit to Wyoming. They played a lot harder than we did in that first 20 minutes. Darius kind of picks and chooses, whether he's going to be a facilitator or a scorer. It looked like he knew early on, I'm going to have to be a scorer in this game. He did. And, we talked before the game, and I said, hey, you have to take 12 to 14 shots tonight. You have to be aggressive. I knew how they were going to guard him in ball screens, and he needed to make some of those plays. And, in that first half, literally the only reason we were in the game was him, in that first half. Great support. Looked like, I don't, was he winded, tired, or it looked like he had to take a few more breaks than usual. What do you think that was? I don't know, but he needs to figure it out by Saturday. I know that, or we can't have him on the floor. He can't play like he did tonight.
Coach, congratulations
You
on
bet.
the W.
Go Aggies.
Appreciate it.
You bet.
There you go. Utah State gets the win tonight. Final in this one, 84-76. Aggies improved to 21-4 on the season. We'll take another break. Come back right here on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield.
You were there. You watched the game. Or you heard it all here on KVNU. So now it's your chance to give your thoughts and ask your questions about the action as KVNU Aggie Game Day continues with Aggie Call. The phone number is 435-753-KVNU. Text line is 435-339-0321. For your comments and questions, Aggie Call is brought to you by Daryl's Appliance, Advanced Heating and Air, Advanced Fireplace and Stove, Golden Spike Electric, Alpine Home Medical, S.E. Needham Jewelers, My Mattress, Riverwoods Conference Center, Prodigy Brewing, Cache Valley Bank, Aegis Healthcare, and Jarek's Fine Jewelry. And now, here's John Russell and the longtime voice of the Aggies, Al Lewis, for KVNU Game Day Aggie Call.
And we're on KVNU Logan. It is Wednesday evening, and Utah State does have a road win at Wyoming, when, again, it was not a good first half, and you can tell the coach was not happy at all about the performance after they put it all together against Boise State. In winning that game on Saturday. He hoped they'd come back with the same intensity. They did not. But a 9-0 run to start the second half after Walters got a turnaround jumper to get the first scoring in the second half, gave them Wyoming a 6-point lead. The Aggies reeled them back in, did trade it a little bit back and forth with Wyoming until Great Osobor made a dunk right out of a timeout at about 9-minute mark when Wyoming called the timeout, and the Aggies, again, never trailed again, and Utah State wins at 84-76 tonight for their 21st win of the year. Al Lewis, John Russell, and a road win when it didn't look real good in the first half for sure for Utah State, John.
No, not at all, and Aggies came out about as sluggish as we've seen all season, in I think in the first half. Came out, you can blame it on altitude, you can blame it on coming off in a very emotional win against Boise.
You found out you had to play that way.
You got to play, you got to come out ready.
There's
to go.
no excuses for how it was. But the coach got them, and they started to reel the game back in after they got down by 10, made it a little closer at the half, even though Wyoming got that last basket in the first half. But again, that just if we would not have Darius Brown in this game, and then Josh Uduje, we would have been totally out of it, but not even having a chance in the second half.
Absolutely. We heard Coach talk about that. Darius knew he had to come out, and he was phenomenal in the first half. That three-pointer that he hit towards the end of the first half, deep three, and nothing but net. And had it not been for him, we would have lost this game, I think. But you come out and you've got that big number 1 on your jersey when you're coming out. Everybody knows we're in first place. They want to get the win. And, this is the great thing about the Mountain West. You got to be ready to go every night. And even though Wyoming's had their struggles,
because we've still got Fresno State and
tough.
San Jose on the road coming up, and you better be ready to play right now. Fresno's giving UNLV all they can handle
exactly,
right now.
and the Aggies, you come out and play like this against some of the better teams in the conference, you're not going to have a chance to come back.
So, again, Utah State, though, does get the win, and Brown does have the big game of 24, 9 of 12 shooting and 4 of 6 from 3. Plus, he added 8 boards and 5 assists and no turnovers. In the game. So, 39 minutes of time. The altitude didn't bother him. Playing 39 minutes.
We need to figure it.
Great in and out tonight, and he was the one. It was noticeable. They really they had a game plan. When in any way he put the ball on the floor anywhere, they went after it, and they got it a few times away from Great.
Well, let's face it. People know what Great's all about now, and he's going to see this every game. We've seen this fewer and fewer shots with each game. He only got 4 tonight. I think it was a couple of games ago, only 5. Teams are going to really collapse on him, which means other guys are going to step up. Fortunately, like you said, Josh, Darius, Ian Martinez in the second half played really well. The people got to step up.
And we really thought maybe Mason Falsov had arrived, and I got the feeling he was out there trying harder than heck at the first part, but they'd scouted him well enough to keep him away from driving to the basket to get his stuff, and he ended up only taking 4 shots. But again, 2 big free throws at the end of the game when the game's still on the line. He stood to the line, and he has not shot free throws well. And with the exception of Grade. Everybody shot free throws pretty well tonight. Utah State did go 15 of 21 at the foul line to win the game 84-76. So love to talk about it, hear from you. Our post-game text line is 435-339-0321, and the phone number is 753-KVNU. Defense wins championships. We've said it. The Aggies put the clamps on 33% in the second half for Wyoming, and they only made 9 of 25 threes, 36%. That's less than their average. That's what they had to do. And the coach said, again, 11 turnovers or less. They had 10. The Aggies did. Points off of turnovers in this game. Wyoming had 11-6. And the offensive rebounds were a big deal, but just 12-7 on the second chance points. And eventually the Aggies outscored them in the paint, 36-32. So defense does win championships. It's true in business, and that's why Les Olson, IT, can help you defend and keep out others who want to get into your system. We're back with more. Aggies win it on the road at Wyoming, 84-76 on game day on KVNU.
Don't get caught without power to your home or business. This is Tyler with Golden Spike Electric. We offer Generac backup generators to keep your home or business warm, avoiding frozen pipes, loss of valuable food, or even a flooded basement. Golden Spike Electric is certified and factory trained, so you know it will be installed right and properly maintained. Contact Golden Spike Electric so you'll never be without power again. Online at gsegenerators.com. We also service other brands, Golden Spike Electric and Generac, power you can count on.
Nearly 21 years ago, Cafe Sabor opened their doors in historic Logan train station. With the help of hundreds of amazing employees and patronage of thousands of wonderful customers, Cafe Sabor is proud to have been voted 3 years in a row Cache Valley's favorite Mexican restaurant in the Best of Northern Utah contest. Follow Cafe Sabor on social media for giveaways and promotions. Search Cafe Sabor for a restaurant near you. Thank you, Cache Valley, from your friends at Cafe Sabor.
Hi, this is Ashley with LSS Insurance. Come learn how to make an informed decision for your retirement, Medicare, and Social Security. It's never too early to plan for the future. The third Thursday, February 15th at 7 p.m. Come to a free seminar at our office. Call 752-9493 for details. We will answer all your Medicare and Social Security questions. Come the third Thursday, February 15th at 7 p.m. Call LSS at 752-9493 to RSVP. Walk-ins are always welcome.
Hello, Cache Valley. This is Tom Hale at Blue Sky Restoration, formerly ARS. Remember, got a mess? Call ARS. We want to let you know that here at Blue Sky, we still have the same great staff, we provide the same excellent service, and are ready to help you in your time of need with water mitigation, mold remediation, or a fire. From Blue Sky Restoration, thank you for trusting our staff and myself for over 35 years with your disaster needs, and we will continue to be here for you.
Beezer Lock & Key specializes in securing your world with their expertise in locks, keys, and hardware. Every aspect of their services is meticulously tailored to ensure your safety. They offer a vast selection of hardware brands and access control options, along with custom master key systems. With Beezer Lock & Key, you have control of your facility's access 24/7. For 28 years, Beezer has provided top-notch security solutions that stand unmatched in the industry. Visit 4th North, 1st West, and Logan, or go to beezerlock.com to discover more.
KVNU Game Day is back with Aggie Call. Call 753-KVNU or 800-369-KVNU.
Now, those are the numbers. They're available for you. Phone number 435-753-5868 or 753-KVNU. And the text line is 435-339-0321. And we're brought to you by My Mattress in the midst of a President's Day mattress sale that is on, where you can really save on the great brand names Intellibed and Purple and other great mattresses at My Mattress. Also brought to you by Advanced Fireplace and Stove. They have the gas fireplace you're looking for. Also, Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning can, of course, get you a brand new furnace or service your furnace after this winter season where you know it hasn't been that warm in your home. You need the help. And make it special. Make it Jarek's Fine Jewelry also bringing with us. John Russell across the way. You're looking at the text line. You said it's busy.
Yeah, we got folks. I don't know if they skipped their Valentine's dinner or
they're probably already done.
They're done and catch the game. So we appreciate them texting in. 93-15, the land of bad weather and wild wind can cause the best of teams in the country to have a rough time playing great basketball.
It was about like our weather over there today. It was about 45 degrees.
Yeah, but a little wind. It's always windy in Laramie.
Yep.
But 93-15 asked, what is the record for most blocks in one game and by one person? And so
we got
tonight,
the answer.
Yeah, we have the well. You had the answer, Al. So Aggies had 8 blocks tonight. So good performance. Saw blocks all the way around. But the record, and I found this interesting. Nemi had 9 blocks against Colorado State in 2021, but the record for team blocks is 12. Against Pacific way back in 2001. You would have thought with 9 that they could have rounded up 3 others and to break the
Great
record.
had 4 tonight, 2 for Martinez and 2 for Isaac. I'll tell you what, the Martinez blocks tonight were tremendous, and they come at the right time. As a guy goes by him, he all of a sudden comes and gets him from behind when he thinks he's going to get a layup. He's done that a couple times this year. Great.
He really had a solid second half, and what's been impressive is both ends of the court. Great blocks like you were mentioning, but offensively he played really well.
He got a plus 15 tonight, best of Utah State in the game. Ian Martinez did.
Made sense. 6-5-4-3, great win. Wyoming isn't a good team, but gave us a go for the first time in several years. There's 7 teams that, depending on how well they are playing at this time, can win the Mountain West tournament. And I would agree. And
even Vegas has shown a little bit of scariness. I think they've pulled it out to where they have a halftime lead, it looks like, or they're ahead by about 5 or 6 the last time I looked against Fresno, playing at Fresno. But even Vegas is a team that has shown they've beaten New Mexico, twice already.
They're a scary
and I think
team.
New Mexico might be the best team I've seen,
I don't know if Vegas could put together 3 wins. I think that's the problem. I would not want to face them regardless, but I'm not sure they can do it. Right now, with about 12 minutes left in the second half, Vegas is up 50-44. They were down by 3 at half to Fresno, at Fresno, so we'll see what happens there. Another text in the text line here. This came from 1326. Utah State really struggled to box out. Wyoming got so many rebounds they didn't deserve, especially the one at the end of the first half. And, you
thought maybe that could end up being a big deal. In the end, they did get, how many offensive rebounds? 15-5.
Yeah.
But they only got 12-7 edge on second chance points out of all of that. But that one at the end of the first half, you thought, okay, is that going to be the one that could you lose the game by 2
breaks the
or
camel's
something?
back kind of thing. Well, the thing, the Aggies did well. They did a good job getting on them outside of the arc. Wyoming didn't shoot real well from beyond their arc. They were 19 for 25, 36%, not too bad.
They're about 37 or 38 on the year, though, shooting 3.
Yeah, but inherently what's going to happen is, missed three-pointers are going to be longer rebounds, a little more of an opportunity. But I would agree with 13-26, especially in the first half. Aggies just came out slow.
We have slipped on rebounding the last 4 or 5 games. We haven't been the rebounding team we were earlier in the year that hadn't been out-rebounded.
Well, you have to go back to what I said earlier. It's just simply the fact teams know what Utah State is. We were an unknown coming into the season and even getting into mountain play. I mean, really, the question, Al, is did you think the Aggies, so we had a great preseason, but did you think they'd play that well in the Mountain West?
Well, you hoped and all things that they'd kind of shown something. And again, I think they have to defend, and they got to defense in the second half. They made it much tougher, made them miss some shots. In the second half, what did they shoot? 33%, see? And that's where the game turned around because they were rolling at about 60 for a lot of the first half there for a while.
Well, you could tell Coach was not happy with the performance, and, they're going to put in their work getting ready for Colorado State. And Colorado State's going to be ready to go. What a game yesterday.
If you only score 11 in one half the game before, you go, okay, and that's the kind of thing the Aggies will face. You better look out for the start of the game. Hang in there early because they may be smoking like to come out and play right off the bat.
So San Diego State, after getting really kind of handled in the first half, they outscore Colorado State, 41 to 11.
They only gave up 3 field goals, or 4 baskets and 3 free throws, I think it was. Or 3 baskets and 4 free throws, and one of them was a 3-basket or something.
And what I found interesting is good as San Diego State's always been defensively. That's what they live and die by. 11 points, the fewest points ever in a half given up by San Diego State in Mountain West play.
Yeah, but so they set an all-time record in that game. All right, we'll take another break, and we'd love to have you join with us. Text line, phone line. It's 435-339-0321, or the phone number is 753-KVNU. We'll see if we can get some player reaction from over at Laramie in just a moment or two as the Aggies won tonight 84-76 over Wyoming.
Are you seeking the best in healthcare services in northern Utah? Look no further. Aegis Healthcare has been voted the best of northern Utah. I am Jason Jones. We take pride in providing top quality home care and hospice services to the residents of northern Utah. Experience the difference with Aegis. Our dedicated team is here to provide compassionate home care and hospice services tailored just for you. Call us today at 723-9000 or visit our website at myaegis.com. Aegis Home Health and Hospice, your trusted partner right here in your community.
Hi, I'm Jay Broadbent with Alpine Home Medical. I'd like to invite you to learn more about us. Since 1997, we've been Utah's premier one-stop shop for home medical equipment. What sets us apart at Alpine Home Medical is the superior level of customer service. We provide home oxygen, CPAPs, wheelchairs, scooters, breast pumps, and so much more. Come on down and get to know us.
Alpine Home Medical, we bring wellness home.
Visit alpinehomemedical.com.
Experience Barrel and Stave on Federal Avenue, where good food, good drinks, and good people meet, using local ingredients to create the most delicious taste possible. Barrel and Stave is a cozy cocktail bar offering a large selection of wines, whiskeys, and cocktails, along with an amazing selection of bar bites and weekly chef specials guaranteed to tantalize your taste buds. With live music every Wednesday night and Thirsty Thursdays that offer $2 off drafts, come and see what you've been missing. Barrel and Stave, Tuesday through Saturday evenings on Federal Avenue.
Happy winter! This is Mark at the Sportsman on Main Street, where we make winter fun. We are your ski, snowboard, snowshoe, and cross-country ski rental shop. Come in and rent for the day or longer and have a great time outside. We also have great deals on new skis, boots, bindings, underwear, and outerwear, so you are comfortable playing in the snow. See the Sportsman for the best deals, the best service, and most unique products you will find for the outdoors. Only at the Sportsman on Main Street in downtown Logan.
Are you getting overwhelmed by decisions regarding Social Security? Adams Wealth Advisors is here to help you secure your financial future by helping you navigate the complexities of the Social Security system. The team of experts at Adams Wealth Advisors is ready to guide you through the process and tailor a custom financial plan that fits your goals and aspirations. With Adams Wealth Advisors, it's not just about managing your wealth, it's about empowering your future. Call 752-1702 or search online for Adams Wealth Advisors to schedule an appointment with a Social Security expert today.
Aggie Sports coverage is sponsored in part by LSS Insurance Agency, your local Medicare and Social Security experts on News Talk KVNU, where Utah State is always number one.
And let me mention, Primrose Home Health and Hospice, exceptional home health care in the comfort of your own home. The Riverwoods Conference Center, big buffet down there for Valentine's tonight, but always a great meal at the Riverwoods and at Elements Restaurant, especially if you missed tonight on Valentine's. You can do it maybe sometime later this week or on the weekend, and any kind of party or event you need to get together. You've got the space down there at Riverwoods at the Conference Center down there tonight. 84-76 Aggies. Ian Martinez, 13. Great Osobor, 10. Darius Brown III had 24. 20 for Josh Uduje, 7 for Isaac Johnson, 4 for Mason Falsliff, 3 for Carson Temple. And that was a big three-point play there at the end of the first half that he got.
Yeah.
And then Sacco had 3 points as well in the game. He's playing more the last little while. You can see that coach has kind of gone to Sacco a little bit more for the defense and what he can do. Tonight, there many times Osobor and Sacco were on Griffin, the guard. They were switching all over the place tonight, and maybe that caused some of the problems of the rebounding and stuff inside, where a few mismatches of size or something too.
I find it interesting that coach is willing to, I understand switching out, but when you've got, a guy that's 6'8", 6'10", guarding a little guard, but whatever it was, it worked. Cotton never was able to get in
Cotton
rhythm.
Made one basket tonight.
He was 1 for 6.
And Griffin and Logan didn't make any. Now, he's streaky tonight, had 18, but he made it on 14 shots. But Wenzel, boy, you thought Wenzel was going to go through the roof. He did have 24, but he only went 4 for 12 from 3 when it looked like he was going to make every 3 threw up there to start the game for them.
Well, good defense. You like what Sacco and Templin bring to the table. They're both going to get beat. They need to get a little better, but they bring a little energy, a little physicality to it, and it worked out. All
right, let's check the text line. You said you had another text brought to you tonight by DD Auto and Salvage, the number one place in the Valley. You get the most metal and money for your junk vehicles and scrap metal.
This is from our friend Vince, 3848. Thank goodness for Darius Brown and Josh Uduje. Everybody else looked tired and flat-footed, but they pulled it out at the end when it mattered.
And they shouldn't be they shouldn't be tired and flat-footed because they got Sunday off and and all that. And this time of year, you're not going to have as intense of practices. But I don't know, maybe they need to go back to that like they did last week before the Boise State game.
Maybe that's it. These are the games that you need to win handily so that you can let your starters have a little bit of a rest. Because come Saturday against Colorado State, they're going to be going all game. Darius is going to have another 38, 39 minute game. Great's going to be playing.
And you're going to face Stevens, and you're going to face Clifford, and you're going to face guys who are really, to be honest, better than you faced tonight too.
And despite the loss to San Diego State yesterday, don't forget this is a team that was ranked as high. I think they got up to 14.
Yeah, they might have gone to 12 or 13 maybe at one time. And highest they've ever had.
You don't get to that point unless you've got players. And Stevens, we were talking about this as we were watching the game. Who's your Mountain West Player of the Year? Ladie just had a really good game yesterday. But you can't argue with Stevens. The guy's shooting like 48%. 7 assists a game. He's about as good as they come, so you got to be ready to go.
Absolutely. He's one of the best in the league. Brown showed he can play. Osabor has been there where he could be a Player of the Year candidate and all that. So is that the text line then?
Well, a couple more people are still coming in. 9315. Who do we use as a backup point guard if Brown is not available? I don't even want to talk about that.
No. Lately, when he's gone out, remember we saw Ian Martinez start to handle a ball a little bit more there, even more than Javon Jackson, who seemed to be the one.
And we didn't see Javon tonight. He didn't make it to the court. Mason can help. Yeah. But he, let's face it, he's still, trying to get into the swing of things. You saw it late in the second half when they started to put the press on. Aggies handled it okay, not as great. There were a couple little fumbles here and there, but you're going to have that good backcourt ability. Now the nice thing is Great can handle the ball if you've got another big on him. But the free throws are the problem.
Yeah, if he's going to start going 2 for 6 and being short at the times when he was there, about his last 2 or 3 attempts were just not even hardly got to the rim. Yeah.
I mean, you learn that in junior
I just wondered
jazz.
from the start tonight if he wasn't feeling well, but the coach made no excuses. Sounds like something going on with Josh Uduje's life. I just talked to him this week, and he was happy to talk to me Monday before they took off. He was, feeling good, so I hope it's nothing real. It sounds like something going on. I'm thinking maybe a family deal or something going on. You've got to think,
89-68. I'll take ugly and lucky any day over a good-looking loss.
Absolutely. And, to be 21-4, you're going to have. We've had quite a few times where we've gone on after games and talked about, well, they didn't play all that great, but they still got the win.
Well, you look at the season, Alan, and really, here's a game. It would have been nice to have won this game by 20. And give some of the starters some rest. But you look at some of the games earlier this year, the play against UNLV. I mean, that's a game we could have lost. Boise at Boise could have lost that game. These are,
San Francisco.
San Francisco could have lost.
Santa Clara.
Yeah. So there's been a lot of opportunities, but it's there's the saying that when you get to the NCAA tournament, you have to win 6 games, and I've mentioned this before. The saying is you win 4 just because you're, it's the NCAAs and you win. You one game that's a tight nail biter, and then you win one that you probably shouldn't have won. That's what a successful season is about, and we're seeing that tonight.
Absolutely. Okay. Anything else, text line?
I'll tell you, they keep coming. 93-15. How many games into the season do you stop expecting freshman mistakes that the players should know better? Great question.
Okay. So,
because we're now how many games in? We're 21.
25. 25 games. But again, the only freshmen, you got Templin and Falslip are really the only freshmen on the team. Falslip I just feel like tonight he'd had such a great game before, and I think he thought he could just get out there and do it. And they made it purposeful with scouting report to play him differently, I think, maybe than some other teams have because of his recent play, which has been pretty good the last 3 games. Well, they're terrific against Boise.
These guys are going to have to step up a little because we're seeing clearly opponents are matching up against the Aggies, but emphasizing if the ball gets kicked into Great, we're collapsing. We're going to have to, if you can beat us from the outside, you can. but we're not going to let Great beat us.
Great only had 1 assist tonight throwing out of those kind of situations. And I wrote down one time here, they're stealing the ball from Great every time he seems to get it. That was in the first half and also.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll get to the scoreboard, brought to you by Liberty Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Montpelier. Remember, they're proud to serve the people in this area. The new Liberty Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram with warranty forever. And what have we got as far as our scoreboard tonight, John?
Well, as far as scoreboard, I'd like to go back to yesterday. Mountain West had 3 games on the slate yesterday. We talked about the game against Colorado State and San Diego State. San Diego State ends up winning 71-55. The other big game, New Mexico went to Reno and beat Nevada. Nevada had been playing, I would say they were probably one of the better teams as of
Nevada had won 3 in a row, Colorado State 4 in a row going into last night.
Both took a loss. So with that, New Mexico improves to 8-4 and San Diego State 8-4 in Mountain West play. And then San Jose did as they should have done. They end up beating Air Force at home. They win 73-66. And then, as we mentioned, the Aggies get the win tonight. And in the other game,
60-55 with 6:57 to go. UNLV leads Fresno.
So in other games in the state of interest to folks, yesterday BYU traveled to Central Florida. They get a win 90-88. No, I'm sorry, that game was actually at BYU.
Provo.
And no other in-state games, but coming up tomorrow, Utah will travel to USC, Weber at Idaho, Seattle at Southern Utah, Utah Tech travels to Grand Canyon, and Utah Valley is at Cal Baptist. And earlier today, without LeBron, Jazz can't do the job. They end up losing 138-122.
And the Lakers still won without LeBron in that game. I knew they were a close game. Boise State defeated the Utah State women 73-57. Ridgeline won Region 11's regular season. They wrapped it up with a 51-46 win over Mountain Crest. Logan did win in overtime tonight against Bear River, 52-49. But Logan is 6-3 and Ridgeline's 8-1, so they can't be caught with one more game. Logan is hosting Ridgeline on Friday night in the region. And it was Green Canyon 69, Skyview 39. Box Elder boys defeated Clearfield 55-52. Their girls defeated Clearfield 57-38. So that's all the scores I got.
Well, I think we've covered them all.
And we've got one more break, and then Josh Uduje from over in Laramie talked to the media, and we'll have that coming up next on Game Day on KVNU. Aggies 84-76, the final. Game Day also brought to you by the Sportsman, downtown Logan. Remember, all the great clothing. Boy, terrific things, comfortable things, quality clothing, great casual. They have some really good dress-up stuff available at the Sportsman. You'll love it. Since 1947 in downtown Logan, they bring you Game Day on KVNU. Security. It's the most precious thing you can give your home, especially if it's guaranteed. No cheap locks, no weak keys, no inadequate hardware, just the expertise and precision and security. Beezer Lock and Key believes there's no place like a safe home, and no home safer than one secured by them. It may seem they only sell locks and keys, but what they really sell is peace of mind. Search Beezer Lock and Key or go to 4th North and 1st West and just add confidence.
Hi, this is Shawnee Arvey from Cache Valley Bank. I've been with Cache Valley Bank for 26 years and have enjoyed helping my customers reach their financial goals, and I hope to do the same for you. I work with a great team that is dedicated to providing you with the personalized attention you deserve. Stop by our Center Street branch or give me a call and let me show you what opening an account with us can do for you. I look forward to meeting you. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC.
No reason to wheeze and sneeze while around dogs and cats. The Allergy Clinic has extremely aggressive treatments for dog and cat allergies. Get the help you need and stop avoiding friends and relatives' homes because of their pets. Doctors Benyon, Blotter, and Robinette offer Cache Valley a full-time allergy clinic to test and address your allergy concerns. Most insurance products, including SelectMed, are accepted. The Cache Valley Allergy Clinic with 2 locations, Three Peaks Medical Plaza, North Logan, and Providence, 753-7880, or search for the Allergy Clinic online.
Hi Cache Valley, it's Jay from Daryl's Appliance. Now at Daryl's we have the perfect laundry pair for you. Come in and get our best-selling Speed Queen washers and dryers and get a $200 mail-in rebate. Hurry though, this offer can't last long. Don't forget we have a box of chocolates for you and your honey for Valentine's Day with the purchase. Speed Queen Laundry at Daryl's, your appliance experts, west on Airport Road, open until 6 p.m. on weekdays, 5 on Saturday.
Daryl's Appliance in beautiful downtown Benson.
A romantic setting, delicious cuisines, mouth-watering desserts, and your favorite dinner date. Celebrate your Valentine at Elements Restaurant. Along with Elements' delightful regular menu, you'll find Valentine's specials that also include dessert, juicy mouth-watering steaks, plus seafood and chicken entrees, complete with your choice of red velvet cake, cream-filled pastries, or chocolate-covered strawberries. Make this Valentine's Day extraordinary. Reserve today at theelementsrestaurant.com or call 750-5171.
750-5171. Utah State Aggie Sports is sponsored by Prodigy Brewing, Logan's family-friendly brew pub. Best of Northern Utah winner on News Talk KVNU.
21-4, pretty darn good, and still leading the league by a game over San Diego State and New Mexico, who both won last night. And then Boise State would be another half game back in there. Then you got Colorado State at 6-5, and Nevada's about 6-5 or maybe 5 and I can't remember exactly. I had it written down earlier.
Nevada's 6-5.
6-5, same thing. And then Vegas could win tonight, and I think be 6-5. I think are pretty close, or 7.
No, they would be 7-4.
7-4. Yeah, so they'd be ahead. Some of those teams, so they'd be right in there.
It's really at a point where you lose, you can drop from 1 to 4 in one day.
Oh, yeah. And that's what I said to Jalen before the game. If we want to have big games coming up here against Colorado State and San Diego State, they couldn't lose this game tonight, or else it becomes like must wins and puts a little more on them. Now, again, Colorado State has not lost to anybody at home that's good in the league this year, and I don't think they've lost a conference game at home.
No, they're 13-1 at home.
The only loss was to St. Mary's.
Exactly, good loss. Coming into the game at Viejas against San Diego, where they lost, they had won the last 4, but they were good wins. They beat Boise at home. They beat San Diego State at home, and then they took care of the games that they have to. That's where the Aggies are at this point. You have to beat the teams.
Because you get through the gauntlet, like we've talked about, and then you've got Fresno and San Jose and Air Force among the groups that you've got, besides New Mexico, to kind of finish off, the season and things like that.
Yeah.
But
and what's tough about Colorado State is quite simply they who they are. They're not going to throw anything different at you. They got Stevens, who can take over a game. And arguably is the best player in the conference. You can make that argument, but they've got other guys that are going to step up and that they're going to make you play all the positions. Cartier,
they're all
Scott,
really skilled.
Clifford, they're all good basketball players.
They are, and they've got what is it? Bemba, the guy who's a freshman, has had a couple of decent games late. He's kind of an athletic type of guy. So they've got another guard who's played a little bit for them. So, I mean, they're about 7-8 deep with that team. They do like their starting lineup there at Colorado State, and that'll be the game 3:30 on Saturday for that one. Tonight, though, again, Darius Brown, the 24 points. So, again, he's right there towards, that's his Aggie high, and he is close to his career high, 26. But Josh Uduje, an Aggie high of 20. He once had 33 at Coastal Carolina. You can see he can score. And he was talking to the media after the game via Zoom.
Josh, this is Jason Walker with Cache Valley Daily. You just tell us about being able to rally in that kind of late first half and into the second half, turning somewhat of a poor defensive start into obviously a great defensive half in the second half.
Could you just repeat the first part of what you just said?
Just tell us about rallying from that kind of a poor start on defense to playing a great defensive job in the second half.
I think, this is a team, we knew that what we was doing in the first half was not ourselves. We weren't playing like ourselves. Our coach always talks about being the aggressor, and honestly, Wyoming in the first half were the aggressors. So, in the locker room, we all rallied together, and, refocused on what our identity is, which is, we're a defensive team first, and we protect the three-point line, and we do a good job at making it hard for the other team. So that was just the main focus going into the second half, just to be ourselves. Keep grabbing some of this stuff.
Hey Josh, this is Patrick Mayhorn from the Ag Ship. You had a lot of success in the second half with those post-ups and on the inside against the defense. What did you see from Wyoming's defense that made the offense kind of work through you in that way?
I just saw how they was playing. They made it really really hard for Great to get the ball. They was packing the paint. In the first half, I felt like we shot too many threes because of how they was playing our defense, and I saw a smaller guy on me. So, you know, after the first post-up went well, I was like, okay, cool, I'm going to keep on attacking them. And also, they was stepping off my three a little bit, so it was a longer closeout. I knew I was able to attack, you know, their top foot.
You know, obviously the second half you guys were rallying, but at the end of the first half you guys made a move because you were down by 9 or 10 and you end the half only down by 4. How important was that last 3 or so minutes where you guys drew a lot closer going into the break?
Super important. I mean, you know, that the last 3 to 4 minutes kind of set the tone for how we was going to go into the second half. Like, we needed to amp up our defense. We're a good offensive team, and we do a good job scoring the ball. I think we're one of the top teams when it comes to field goal percentage. But honestly, our identity is defense. So if we're not stopping the other team from scoring, we don't feel the energy. We don't feel like ourselves. So that last 4 minutes was essential for us. And then going into the second half, it was the same. We talk about 4-minute chunks. So each media we want to try and win. And I think we did a good job of that.
Hey Josh, this is Sean from the Herald Journal. Was there ever a time where you felt comfortable in this game? It just seemed like this game was just really tight the whole way. Did you feel comfortable towards the end that maybe you could lock this up? Because I know that Wyoming's had some big comebacks there at home.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I was just saying that the altitude is different up here. Like, the air is a lot thinner. So I don't think there was ever a point in which we felt like we was comfortable. And that's a credit to Wyoming. They made some really tough shots, and they made it difficult for us. So, you know, when it came down to the last 2 minutes, at that point, we've been there. We're familiar with that. We've had plenty of games and that are won in those last 3 to 4 minutes. So it was just about having composure and taking care of the ball.
Perfect. One more question for Josh.
Yeah, I want to ask about the importance of Darius for games, especially like this one, where you're on the road against a tough team. Obviously, he did it as a scorer, but just his importance as a leader for the team and the energy.
Man, Darius is tremendous. Like, having a point guard like that can score whenever he wants, and then on top of that can create for others too is super important, especially when we're lacking offense. Those like threes that he hit to end the half in the first half were incredible. I mean, but I see it every day in practice, so it's not. It might be a surprise to you guys, but it's not to me. He's, you know, we're really gonna miss him next year. I'm enjoying, you know, playing with an experienced point guard like him.
Again, that's Josh Uduje after the game up at the Reed Auditorium in Laramie, where Utah State wins tonight by 84-76 over Wyoming. He's talking about the end of the first half. The Aggies are down 9, 37-28, and Darius came down and hit a 3 on transition. That was a really, really long shot, kind of like the UNLV type one he got. And then after Sacco got a layup to make it 37-33, and then Osibor stole the ball, but there was a late foul call on the play. Walters made some free throws, and then it was Templin who got that rebound play and got 3-point play out of it to make it 39-36 again. And then they get the dunk after we went to the kind of a zone, and they got the back pass down underneath to the guy who was open for the dunk, and then Darius came down and hit that one last 3. Looked like it was going to make it 41-39, and then they get that rebound basket at the end of the first half. That's what Josh is talking about. Josh Uduje postgame brought to you by Alpine Home Medical, the premier one-stop shop for your home medical equipment needs, service provider in the Valley. It's on Aggie Game Day as we hit another hour.
The home of Aggie basketball, with pregame beginning 1 hour before tip-off and postgame interviews and Aggie call after the game on News Talk KVNU Logan.
Al Lewis, John Russell here, and Utah State with the win, and the Aggies still lead the conference. They'll go to Colorado State with the lead, and 84-76 the final. John, anything else in the text line?
Yeah, one more. 93-15 again chimes in. Is Great needing to be in better shape so he can take longer minutes in games, or is it not a problem? He's been playing a lot of minutes throughout the year, so you hate to write it off to this, but it seems like, as some of our earlier texters said, Aggies just came out flat-footed. They just didn't seem, some of them. You look at Darius, first half, 6 for 8, 3 for 4 beyond the arc, really kept us
right
in
on the
game.
bat. He got our first 2. He got a 3 after that. He got a jumper after that. Then Uduje came in and got the drive, got a 3-point play, got the little little hook shot and an assist from Great. That was a terrific. And here's Brown and then Uduje. So really, the only basket in that whole deal was a lob inside to Osibor to make it 4-4. Other than that, it was all Uduje and Brown to start the game to get the Aggies out to 20 points to start the game.
And then, thank goodness they were there. Look, this is a Colorado State team that we're getting ready to play. They're shooting 50% on the year.
They're top. I think they're in the top 10 in the nation in shooting, in the metrics and all that. They're really good.
They are really good.
Number 1 in assists or number 3 in assists in the entire country.
19 per game. They do a good job getting their opponents to turn the ball over. It's going to be a tough matchup. I'm not worried about Great's conditioning. You can guarantee coach is going to have a few little words for him and say, hey, you got to come out ready to go. But the Aggies are in a different place now. The other teams are looking. They want to get the win. Colorado State certainly wants to get a win so that they can, knock them back into that cluster of, second and third place teams. And the Aggies just got to become ready to go. Set 3:30. So you'll be on what time?
2:30. So, again, you take out Great, the Aggies go 13 of 15 at the foul line, which is, and again, we talked about, people have said, hey, why does this team miss free throws? Usually, again, in games where it's on the line, they have made them.
Yes.
Great did give it up a little bit. But, again, he's going to get more double teams. Teams are seeing he's vulnerable to handling the ball a little bit weak out on the wing, or when he gets it down underneath, he'll spin. If you know what side it could move to, you can make some steals. Wyoming did a good job against him like that. Colorado State will be better in all areas. It's a better team coming up on Saturday for sure.
Absolutely. Recognizing Great has some amazing talents, but his lift off the court is not the greatest.
He's got those long arms, and he's
got
strong.
The long arms, and that helps.
He got 4 blocks tonight, and still got only 4 rebounds in the game tonight.
Yeah, but people need to step up, and we saw that with Darius and with Josh. But other guys need to do it. We need Mason there, Ian,
and
Isaac
Johnson made a few plays to start the second half that were huge in that 9-0 run to start with. Got the tip in and the 3-point basket.
His defense is getting better each game.
Yep. And then Uduje, of course, was right there. And even though Great didn't get much, he got to 1,000 career points with the basket in the game with about 2:30 to go. That was a tip-in that he got to get to 1,000. And he also, again, gave up the Aggies the dunk to give them a 61-60 lead at about the 8.5-minute mark, and they never trailed again in the game after that play by Great Osibor.
Once again, Great does something, and it gets the Aggies rolling. Hey, real quick, about 53 seconds left. Vegas and Fresno in a dogfight. They're up by 1. Vegas is up 66-65.
Dogfights will continue Friday night. I think there's a couple of games Friday night, and then we're back Saturday afternoon in this league. It's still a long ways from being decided, and 30 days from today, I think they start in Vegas in the tournament.
Crazy.
So that's the way it looks. All right, final stats. I think we've gone through most of them. Aggies shot 56.7%, 61 second half. It's one of their better shooting games of the year, and only allowed Wyoming 42% at the end. It just seemed like they were so hot early, but boy, they cooled off in only 33% second half, and they hit 9 of 25 threes, and the Aggies hit 9 of 21 threes, but out-rebounded by 6. Offensive rebounds were 15-5. That's big, but the Aggies had 10 turnovers, and they only had 8 turnovers. Usually Wyoming does turn over the ball and struggles defensively, and we saw the struggle where eventually the Aggies could put points in the basket. We went through the scoring totals. The assist leader was Darius with 5. The turnover leaders, 3 guys had 3 turnovers in the game. We mentioned the block shots. Let's see what we had in steals tonight. Only 4, and they were all just by 1 for particular one person, and nobody had more than 1 offensive rebound in the game tonight as well for Utah State. But the Aggies win it 84-76, always the final stats for Cache Valley Bank. Get the level of service that you deserve. So, again, we'll see you with the morning news tomorrow morning on KVNU. I think it's still tomorrow morning because it's not quite to midnight yet. And then we will be back on Saturday for game day, and John will be on after the game. Jalen should join us both pre- and post-game, he said, on Saturday. He couldn't be with us after the game tonight, but 2:30 for Jalen and I to get it started, 3:30 for the game. It's a CBS Sports Network game on Saturday. So, For all and for the sponsors, I'm Al Lewis. Enjoy the rest of tonight and into tomorrow morning. And we'll talk Aggie basketball again coming up on Saturday as the Aggies win it tonight, 84-76 to go to 21-4. Still lead the Mountain West with 9-3 is the record. And we will join the program, the Coast to Coast program overnight in progress in just a moment.